Hey mate, I'm Buck, and today we're talking about a money mistake that's quietly costing Australians thousands of dollars every year. Most people think keeping more money in the bank is always a good thing. More cash means more security, right? Well, not exactly. Because in 2026, having too much money sitting in a bank account could actually be making you poorer. And the scary part? Most people have no idea it's happening. So how much cash is too much? And what should you do with the extra money instead? Let's find out.
The hidden problem nobody talks about. Imagine you worked hard for years. You saved $100,000. You avoided debt. You skipped expensive holidays. You did everything right. Then, 1 year later, your bank balance still says $100,000, but your money buys less. Groceries cost more, rent costs more, insurance costs more, travel costs more. Everything costs more. Your money stayed the same, but the world got more expensive. That's the silent wealth killer called inflation. And inflation...
Why keeping too much cash can hurt you. Here's something surprising. Money sitting in a bank account isn't really growing, even if you're earning interest. Let's say your savings account pays 4%. Sounds pretty good. But if inflation is also around 4%, your real growth is basically zero. And after taxes, you could actually be losing purchasing power. Think about that. You took all the risk of saving, but your wealth didn't move forward. That's why many wealthy people don't keep all their money in cash.
So, how much cash should you actually keep? This is the question everyone wants answered. And unfortunately, there isn't one magic number. It depends on your situation. But most financial experts agree on one principle. Keep enough cash to cover emergencies, not your entire future. A common rule is 3 to... Meet Sarah. Let's look at a simple example. Sarah has $150,000 in her bank account. She feels safe. She checks her balance every week, and seeing that large number makes her feel successful. Now meet James. James keeps $20,000 as an emergency fund. The remaining $130,000 is invested into diversified ETFs and long-term assets. 5 years pass. Sarah still feels safe, but
The psychology behind cash. Let's be honest. Cash feels good. You can see it. You can touch it. You know it's there. Investing feels uncertain. Markets move.
The real wealthy don't hoard cash. Here's something interesting. Many millionaires don't keep huge amounts of money sitting in savings accounts. They keep liquidity, but most of their wealth is working somewhere. Businesses, real estate, index funds, ETFs, dividend investments, assets. Why? Because assets can grow. Cash usually doesn't. The wealthy understand a simple rule. Money should have a job. If your money is doing nothing, it's probably costing you opportunities. But what about market crashes? Good question. This is where people panic. They say, why invest when markets can crash? And they're right. Markets can crash. But here's what history shows. Temporary declines happen. Long-term growth has historically rewarded patient investors. The biggest risk isn't always losing money. Sometimes the biggest risk is never investing at all. Think about that. A person who stays in cash for 20 years may avoid market volatility, but they also miss decades of compounding. And compounding is where real wealth is built. What should you do with extra cash? Let's keep this simple. Step 1. Build an emergency fund. Protect yourself first. Step 2. Pay off high-interest debt. No investment consistently beats expensive debt. Step 3. Start investing consistently. Not chasing trends, not gambling, not trying to get rich overnight. Simple, diversified investing. Broad market ETFs, retirement accounts, long-term wealth-building assets. Step 4. Stay patient. This is where most people fail. They want instant results. The opportunity cost nobody sees. There's a hidden cost to keeping too much money in the bank. It's called opportunity cost. The money you didn't lose, but also didn't grow. Imagine two people. Both have $100,000. One leaves it in cash for 10 years. The other invests gradually into diversified assets. The difference after a decade could be enormous. Not because one person earned more, but because one person's money was working, while the other's money was waiting. Opportunity cost is invisible, which is exactly why it's so dangerous. The Australia 2026 reality. In Australia today, many people are holding larger cash balances than ever before. They're worried about economic uncertainty, housing prices, interest rates, inflation, global events, and those concerns are understandable. But fear can become expensive. Because while you're waiting for the perfect moment, years can pass. The perfect time rarely arrives. Successful investors understand something powerful. So, never keep over this amount in your bank? The real answer is simpler than most people expect. Keep enough cash to sleep peacefully at night. Keep enough cash for emergencies. But don't let fear convince you that endless cash equals financial security. Because true financial security comes from growing assets, not just growing bank balances. Your money should protect you, but it should also work for you. And finding that balance is one of the most important financial skills you'll ever learn. At the end of the day, the goal isn't to have the biggest bank account. The goal is to build a life where your money grows even when you're not working. Because every dollar sitting idle is a dollar missing the chance to build your future. And the people who build lasting wealth aren't always the highest earners. They're the ones who learn how to make their money work harder than they do.